Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the first carry for King Henry. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flower.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They're running on 1st down with Henry. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson, and this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And this is tough here on the opening drive, because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
They'll run, and here's the rookie from Michigan. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
Gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Extra Cardinal.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
19, Tiger, 19.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. 4th down. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready?
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the
from the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. With the catch. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays to stay ahead of the chance.
And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the 1st round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
That's good.
They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
17 yards.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4.
Ready?
They'll run. That is Jarquez Hunter. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Come on. Hey. 79.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there. Here's Ethan Evans now. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. And how about that play on special teams? Perfectly done. It checks up right at the 1-yard line. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Marked down at his own 3-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Quick, ready?
2nd down and 8. So the two sides going to make that long walk to the other end of the field. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Back near his goal line, Jackson. Open man, that's Flowers. He's got it to the 14-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 5. This is Henry. Rumbling past the 30. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Raven 1st down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Jackson now And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm, and then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball, and that's about as good as it gets.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now, Jackson going up top. That is brought in, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. The extra point is good, and the Ravens extend their advantage to 13-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start with an option play to the right. Peel it forward for maybe a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Finding room across midfield. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. That one's good for 29.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
On the set.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready,
Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Pass to 60. Pass, go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Rams 1st down.
Viking 18.
Now give on the ground, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a third down.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
That one on target. So Williams, he's got it. And the Rams are going to have first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Now they'll pitch it out here. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up. And they cash it in on 3rd and goal.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal.
A 22-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Rams are on the board now here in this 2nd quarter.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
At their own 29-yard line.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. Back into traffic, but taken in. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
That's good.
Really nice call there on 3rd and inches. You have the defense thinking run, and then you hit them with the short pass, and the yardage you get after that is just gravy. They turn this into a nice play, and they pick up a 1st down.
Real quick, ready?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That is 14 for the 2nd time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a 1st down.
First and 10 at
The offensive line doing a
33-yard
great
line.
job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Don't worry. 180.
Handoff here, up the middle. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Brian Cook up from the safety spot to make the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
He does a nice
It's
job
second
coming
and
from
8
his safety
at the
position,
Rams'
filling his
31-yard
run gap
line.
assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Nice shot. Good. 180. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Here's Jackson. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
8 yards to go.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down.
180.
From the gun, Jackson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
They're on the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Panther 60. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it! And he will dive into the end zone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Rams. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Get up. 180. Get up. Get up.
A first down throw for Jackson. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
First down.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And it's into the hands of Flowers. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
At the Rams,
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
It's up. To what?
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. That is going to be all in. He's got it. Dave Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. On is Luke to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Ready? Trick the Eagle! Trick the Eagle!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, pump him down to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cougar 19.
The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That one intercepted. Picked off by Khair Elo. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On the give, here's Henry.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
It's not.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Ready.
First and goal, and it's Henry. And he will power his way into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
At the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ready.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9.
Back all 80. Ready,
They'll stick with him again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Back to 6. Go.
The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Gordon Phillips.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
BC, right?
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Ready.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Raven 1st down.
1st and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Open space inside the 10. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's a run to the 5-yard line.
Number 35, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
BC, right?
Here now, 2nd down and goal. They'll run it with Henry. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
At the 4-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Lamar going to work from the pistol. This one caught at the 4.
This is a really popular concept on third down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. To give credit to the defense, they were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. We'll start at the 4. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Get it.
Trying to start on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60.
He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's hard. Wow, out of bounds. Inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. That is a big gainer for the Rams. 55 yards on the game. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Throwing now from the gun. That one taken in. Middle of the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Rams.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with a touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked by Malachi starts.
Rams 16.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry.
Derrick Henry on the carry. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
To throw is Jackson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
At the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, L.A. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stack. Hawk 70. Ready.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Get it. Pass to 60. Pass to 60.
Back to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Ravens has it.
Mike, we hear that term, run after catch.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look.
Ready. Liking 18. Ready.
Pass to the air one more time. And that is incomplete. But a flag is down back in the backfield. Did they hit the quarterback late?
Ready, ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw again. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's in! Puka Nakua! Touchdown, L.A. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Rams are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Ravens 33. Rams 23.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
DC, right?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Bill right. It's Henry. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
10 yards on the pickup.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
DC, right?
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
180! 180! That's it!
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
DC, right?
Now Jackson. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook.
By the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Ready up! Let's go! Cougar 19! Let's go!
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Rams 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Rams.
Let's go now! Cowboy 80! Let's go!
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Puka. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
21 more yards.
A gain there of 21. First down, L.A.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They'll set up the screen here to Cora. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Ready?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Start. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Los Angeles. Hardy now to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He's going to air this one out. Oh, that was pinballing around, and it's hauled in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Rams 30.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Get it. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
35-yard line.
Come on. Come on. Hit. Viking 18.
They'll look to throw. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though.
First down. First and 10.
They'll look to throw yet again. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Cowboy 80.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Gotta be lying. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Clark Phillips. And a nice job there on that return. Gives them breathing room up past the 30-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. This is Henry. Whoa. Derrick Henry. And he'll dive forward here. Tag on even more yardage to the end of this one. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 52 yards. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Ravens. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.